Hey everyone, this is Poji. So on Thursday, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa said that they'll be making more 3DS franchises available on the Nintendo Switch. And I know for me, I'm thinking, what can this mean? Are we going to be getting some upscaled ports of old 3DS games to Switch? Or are we going to be getting some brand new entries in some long dormant franchises like Kid Icarus? As any fan of Nintendo knows, most of their first-party franchises have split games between both home console and handheld, like Zelda, Metroid, Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Mario, and obviously Pokemon. So what franchises was he talking about? Kid Icarus is certainly the first that comes to mind. Its initial release on NES went on to become, in essence, a cult classic. And the third game in the franchise was released in 2012, helmed by famed Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai. Uprising enlisted some really unique and for some, challenging controls. A port to the Switch would make sense, and it would allow for a more traditional control scheme, and it would put the game into the hands of a new audience. Maybe we'll get that, or maybe we'll get a sequel, or maybe both. I think a Kid Icarus sequel on Switch would be really cool. I don't think it'll be a huge system seller, it might not even sell a lot of copies, but Nintendo's proven several times over the years that they are willing to create and release the occasional game that's not likely to top the sales charts. The Pikmin franchise comes to mind. Sakurai has finished and shipped Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, likely to the detriment of his physical and mental health, and surely development on the first wave of Smash DLC characters is coming to a close. It's been made clear that more characters will follow the 5 in the Fighter Pass, and while I don't see any scenarios where Sakurai isn't leading the charge on those new characters, how much longer will they add them? My point that I'm getting at is that I think Sakurai is a likely and worthy candidate to make another Kid Icarus sequel. He's well proven in the franchise, and also I think that for a workaholic like him, it would be a refreshing break from Smash. I'd be all for this. We've seen over the years his favoritism to his own characters and their inclusion in that oh-so-famous fighting franchise, so it's very evident to me that Sakurai has great love for Kid Icarus. And I don't think that getting him to helm another sequel will be a very tough sell for Nintendo. That said, even if, say, Sakurai is going to be adding new Smash Ultimate characters for the remainder of the Switch's life, which I would be quite alright with, or he takes a much-deserved and probably needed vacation, Nintendo has no shortages of talent to lead an Uprising sequel to completion. But what sort of game would it be? What genre specifically? Uprising was mostly an on-rails 3D shooter, akin to Star Fox, with the addition of a lot of ground-based combat. And I'd be down for another round of that, and I'm sure it'll be expanded upon by nature of the Switch's hardware being significantly more powerful than a last-generation portable. The prospect is exciting. I'd also be fine with another genre, quite frankly. I think that a side-scroller like Pit's Origin games would be amazing, but my gut tells me that I don't see that happening. I'd love it, and Sakurai's been very successful with side-scrollers in the past. I mean, he created Kirby, I just don't see a Kid Icarus sequel taking that route. But it's one of those weird franchises that I can see being successful in almost any genre. Action RPG would be cool. Real-time strategy? Sure, maybe. Astral Chain style action? I would pre-order that tomorrow. All things considered, another on-rail shooter in the vein of Uprising would definitely be most likely. They built an engine for it after all. May as well get some more use out of it. I think that would make a lot of people happy, and that's something that Nintendo's very good at. So yeah, this is basically all I've got to say on what Mr. Furukawa said this last Thursday. There's a ton of great games on 3DS that I'd love to see ported to the Switch. I think I'd pay a lot of money for an HD Ocarina of Time. I would punch a Goomba for that. But my money's on Kid Icarus. It seems the most plausible. But what are your thoughts on this? Yell in the comments what 3DS franchise you want on Nintendo's hybrid console. And while you're there, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm trying this whole animation thing and I feel like I'm quickly improving at it. Anyways, till next time, see ya.